Now I'm going to pick all the AP top 25 teams games for week 14 in Division 1 FBS football. And I'm just trying to go back and forth on AP poll stuff, and yeah, because it doesn't show on ESPN like on terms of scores for week 14 anymore. So November, of course, until I state that when the game is, just assume it's a Saturday. Washington at number 1 Oregon, 6:30 p.m. NBC. Oregon's favored by 19 points. I think Oregon is going to make the Big Ten title game no matter what, but I think they're going to finish undefeated. Give me Oregon in that game. Now, number 2 Ohio State versus Michigan. 11 a.m. Fox. Ohio State's favored by 24.5. Ohio State's lost to this team 3 straight times, but I don't see that as a result this year. Michigan's just not that good. They're going to be 6-6. So give me Ohio State. But this is a rivalry game, and Michigan would love nothing more than to ruin Ohio State's one-loss Big Ten record in a one-loss season. Number 3 Texas at number 20 Texas A&M at 6:30 p.m. Central Time on ABC/ESPN Plus. Texas is favored by 5.5. It's finally back, the rivalry between these two schools, and nothing would shock me. It wouldn't shock me if Texas won this game, but I have a sneaky suspicion that and by the way, whoever wins this game is going to SEC title game. Georgia's there no matter what. So it's a big game on the line besides being a rivalry, and it's senior day for Texas A&M. And it's at night, and I'm going with the Aggies here, but nothing would shock me. I'm just saying. Now, number 4, Penn State versus Maryland. 2:30 p.m. Big Ten Network. Penn State's favored by 24 points. Maryland's not that good this year. They're 4-7. Penn State all the way. That's easy. Now, number 5, Notre Dame at USC. 2:30 p.m. CBS. Notre Dame's favored by 7 points. USC would love nothing more than to ruin their rivals' college football playoff chances. If Notre Dame does lose this game, forget the college football playoff as an at large. Forget about it. But I think Notre Dame survives. But it's going to be close, in my opinion. But it wouldn't shock me if it's bigger. Now, number 6, Georgia at versus Georgia Tech. It's actually, this game's on a Friday, November 29th, 6:30 p.m. ABC/ESPN Plus. Georgia's favored by 20 points. Georgia Tech is better this year. They are. And this game could be closer than we could have thought. But ultimately, I think Georgia wins. But this is a rivalry game, and Georgia Tech would love nothing more than to ruin college football playoff chances as a 3-loss team. For Georgia. But Georgia's going to make the SEC title game no matter what. But if they do lose this game, they have to win the SEC title game just to make the college football playoff. And I'm just saying. But maybe they still have to do that no matter what. Though. That's the thing. Now, number 7, Tennessee at Vanderbilt. 11 a.m. ABC. Tennessee's favored by like 12 points. This game could be tricky, but I think Tennessee wins. But Vanderbilt has pulled off upsets, so beware, Tennessee. Now, number 8, Miami, Florida. At Syracuse, 2:30 p.m. ESPN. Miami, Florida is favored by 11 points. If Miami, Florida wins this game, they're going to the ACC title game. If they don't, it's going to be Clemson. This is a trap game, but I think Miami, Florida survives. Number 9, SMU versus Cal. ESPN 2. SMU is favored by 12.5. SMU is a better football team, and they're going to make the ACC title game no matter what, but I think they're going to win. Now, number 10, Indiana versus versus Purdue, 6 p.m. FS1. Indiana's favored by 28 points. Indiana, simply put, win this game, I think you're in a college football playoff. I really do. And I don't see a loss happening here. It's a rival game, I know, but you shouldn't lose. Now, number 11, Boise State on the Friday against Oregon State, 11 a.m. Fox. Boise State's favored by 18.5. Boise State has to win this game just to make sure that the college football playoff hopes are alive as long as they win the Mountain West title game, which they will be in no matter what. It's a matter of who. Oregon State has to win this game to make a bowl, but I think Boise State wins, but we'll see there about that. Now, number 12, Clemson. They're taking on number 16, South Carolina. 11 a.m. ESPN. Clemson favored by 2.5. Nothing would shock me about this game, and Clemson can't do anything about if they're making an ACC title game or not. But it doesn't really matter for this game. I do think Clemson survives, but man, it's going to be a tight game. Number 13, Alabama versus Auburn, who pulled off the upset against A&M, Texas A&M last week. 2:30 p.m. ABC, ESPN Plus. Alabama's for about 11.5. Alabama's coming off of a bad loss to Oklahoma, and they have to win just to get themselves a good bowl game, because I do not know about making the college football playoff now with 3 losses. I do think Alabama bounces back. If Auburn's going to beat Alabama, it's going to be at Auburn, not in Tuscaloosa. But we'll see. It's a rivalry game. Number 14, Arizona State versus Arizona. At Arizona. 2:30 p.m. Fox. Arizona State's favored by 9 points. If you would have told me that ranking is on Arizona State and Arizona's non-ranked, I would have laughed at you. But Arizona State has to win this game just to make the Big 12 title game, because there's a 4-way tie right now, and if results were to happen, today, it would be Arizona State and Iowa State. So Arizona would have to play spoiler. They certainly would, but I don't trust them to win this game. If they would have won against TCU, maybe I would have changed my mind a little bit, but not too much, because Arizona State beat BYU. So give me Arizona State to win. Now, number 15, Ole Miss. And I apologize for looking out, because I cannot memorize all these times. And it's on a Friday, 2:30 p.m. ABC. Ole Miss is favored by 26.5. Sorry, Mississippi State, you're going to lose. Ole Miss is coming off of a loss. I don't see a college football playoff happening for them now, so give me Ole Miss. All right, kind of went over South Carolina because of their game this week. Now, number 17, Iowa State versus Kansas State. 6:30 p.m. Fox. Iowa State's favored by 2.5. I have gone back and forth on this game. And call me crazy, but I think Kansas State wins, because Iowa State is not playing so well down the stretch here, and it does concern me about their injuries for Iowa State. So I think Kansas State wins, but I am not confident, to say the least. Now, number 18, Tulane, who is in the American title game, by the way. Regardless what happens. Versus, I believe they're in no matter what. Versus Memphis. 6:30 p.m. on a Thursday, November 28th. Tulane's favored by 13 points. Give me Tulane to win. They're better than Memphis, and I trust them more. Now, number 19, BYU. Trying to get this. Versus Houston, 9:15 p.m. ESPN. BYU's favored by 12.5. BYU's come down to earth a bit. They have. And Houston has not much to play for. BYU does. It's senior day. Maybe they make a Big 12 title game somehow. I don't know. But I do think BYU does win. But it could be ugly. I mean, I'm just saying. Now, number 21, UNLV. Versus Nevada. November, it's on a Saturday, 7 p.m. CBSSN. UNLV is favored by 19 points. UNLV is going to win. Let's be honest. Nevada's not that good. But we'll see what happens. Okay. Now, number 22, Illinois. At Northwestern. 11 a.m. Big Ten Network. Illinois is fed by 7.5. I think Illinois wins this game. Now, number 23, Colorado, which they pretty much cost themselves a Big 12 title game appearance unless some major chaos happens. I mean, that's the truth. And they're going to play against a winless Oklahoma State team in conference, and Oklahoma State's 3-8. 11 a.m. on November 29th. Colorado is favored by 17 points. If Colorado really loses this game, I would laugh so hard, but I don't see this happening. Oklahoma State's just bad this year, and this is the worst year under Mike Gundy since year one. It's just telling the truth. Okay, only a few more teams here that I want to pick. Okay, now Missouri. That's number 24 in the country. It's buffering. I apologize for that delay here. I'm trying to get to it. Okay, now I got the game pulled up, and Missouri is going to play Arkansas. Missouri has owned Arkansas since Missouri joined the SEC. I think that remains the same here, and in Missouri's favored by 3.5 on 2:30 p.m. on SEC Network. I think Missouri wins, but I am not confident in either team. I am not that confident. And I really went back and forth on that game. Now, number 25, Army takes on UTSA, 11 a.m. CBSSN. Army is favored by 8 points. Army's coming off their first loss of the year. I think they bounce back. But if they were to lose, that would let one game beat them twice. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 7 subscribers. The ultimate goal is 1,000 more. So my money out this course like video. Comment view really helps YouTube algorithm so more people can see it. Send the video does help as well so more people could watch. And if you're watching, subscribe, hit subscribe button, ring the notification bell as well.